Hi, I'm Mark Anthony Eterno, author of Maldine, Cyberdawn, Spectre Flatfoot, Man of the Hive, and I'm here with another writing tips. Today's writing tip is an answer to the question, what's the right length for a story? This is a debate that has come up in many discussion groups about how long a story should be. Should it be shorter, like 75,000 word novellas are being accepted as novels and people think that sells good? Or should it be longer? Should it challenge Harry Potter for heft? What's the right length? People always saying that, and my answer is always the same. A story should only be as long as it needs to be. Every story has its own perfect length, and as a writer, it's up to you to find that length. And for that, you have to go by the story itself. Is it a limited concept? Maybe only a couple characters, one basic setting, a short-reaching goal, then make it a novella or even a short story. If that's how long it takes to tell the story, fine. Or maybe it involves several characters, a few different locales, you gotta travel around, a plot that threatens the lives of one or more characters, even a city or something. Well, then you have a full novel pushing 130,000 words or more. Or if it's something bigger, a truly epic scale, with many characters, the world in jeopardy, and a villain that just won't quit, then you might be thinking a really long one, 200,000 words, or even an epic, something told in several novels. If it takes a series of several books to tell the story, then that's the right length for that story. The point is, you don't choose the length, the story does. Never, and I mean never, decide up front how long your story is going to be. Don't decide, hey, I'm going to make a 200,000 word book today. Because then if you have a limited concept, you'll find yourself padding the darn thing. Or if you say, I'll keep this down to 100,000 words, then you'll find yourself truncating scenes, uh, going through things faster than you should, and basically having a bunch of unfulfilled promises. What you do is just simply start writing the story. Plan it out ahead of time. How broad is the story? How many characters do you need to tell it? Because the more characters you have, the longer it's going to be. Because each character will want their own time for their own viewpoint, their own amount of screen time. Plan everything out and then just start writing. If it comes out to a novella, then, and there's nothing more to tell, then that's the right length. On the other hand, if it keeps going on and you keep finding more ideas for it and going, no, there's so many plot points that I have to cover and it comes out really long, then that's the right length for that. Don't push it. When you read it and you're not thinking it's either too long or that it's missing a few points, that it seems just perfect, then that's the right length for that story. For instance, if it's an epic tale of some alien world, then you're going to find a need to insert a lot of descriptions of the vast alien landscapes, and that will increase the size of the result. On the other hand, if it just takes place around your neighborhood or something, then you won't be needing all that extra room for that. Case in point, a few of my stories. The Inspector Flatfoot stories, for instance, have one thing in common. They're all kind of relatively short. The shortest one is a 6,000 word short story because that's what works for that story. I even have an unrelated story. It's about 4 pages long. It's called Man in the Red Suit. It's my Christmas story that I push around. And that's because that was the right length for that. It's a cute little thing. It doesn't need anything more. The Maldine story, on the other hand, alien landscape, hundreds of characters, big epic concept. Yeah, none of those books are going to be under like 250,000 words. And in one case, it actually challenges the War and Peace. The point is, write the story, not the market. Every story has its own perfect length. Find it. Be not concerned with too long or too short, to fit into some artificial niche, because that will only doom your story to mediocrity and will ruin, completely ruin the telling. Instead, be concerned about the story. It will tell you when it's done. This has been Mark Anthony Tierno with another writing tip, signing off.